Okay, I'm back, and this is my final thought segment of the Bobby Brown Show. So I'm trying to get my format, and I'm writing it down as I go. I'm gonna have my Karen moment. I'm gonna have my final thought moment. Here's my final thought of the day. Joe Biden has not announced who he's running for president with. He haven't announced his VP. Now we already know it's going to be a woman of color, but that don't mean it's going to be a colored woman. That's old school word for black people. Black people, don't you ever consider yourself colored. Don't ever do that. Matter of fact, there's no such thing as colored, a woman of color. Every woman is a woman of color. They spin this narrative that you're not white, then you're something else. Don't you ever detach yourself away from white people. What I mean by that is this thing where you're white and everybody else is a person of color. That gotta stop. Because white is a color. So that makes them a person of color. That's why I don't like this legislation where you're going to do a black agenda, but your whole black agenda is filled with people of color. Because people of color mean everybody, because everybody is a color. Either you're going to do a black agenda or don't. You're going to do a black agenda, don't. Now, Joe Biden said he's going to pick a woman of color. So since white is a color, he may pick Hillary Clinton. I doubt if he do that because that's a disaster. I don't know why Democrats think that even to this day, now that Trump is losing it in the election, that bringing a Hillary Clinton is going to cause the Democrat to win. Well, he was losing it in the last election, and you propping up Hillary Clinton didn't cause him to win. And you think Joe Biden's the same thing. Keep him in the closet, lock the door. You might have a chance to win. But he come crawling out some kind of way. He's like my boy Ja Rule on No Life Shack trying to get out the toilet bowl. He's trying to get out. And then Obama's going to come trotting out. Hillary Clinton's going to trump out. You're going to get all these conservative Democrats and these capitalist corporate Democrats. You're going to get them all out singing the same old tune. Vote for Joe. And if you're not voting for Joe, you ain't black. Or you ain't voting for Joe, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You're a Trump supporter if you don't vote for Joe. Get out of here with that mess. Well, it's true. This is the people on black sites, Well, it's true. If you ain't voting for Joe, you vote for Trump. Or vote for Joe and vote for Trump. Get out of here with that dumb stuff. That's dumb. And if you said that, you act in ignorance. Because votes have to be tallied. And you can't count a no vote. You only can count a yes vote for one person and a yes vote for the other person. And if your candidate didn't do whatever he could to get that yes vote, it's his fault he lost. He caused the other person to win. And you're supposed to do anything you can to get that vote. You got to court that vote, woo that vote, promise to offer some kind of substance, some kind of tangible for that vote. And if you ain't good enough and you ain't big enough and you ain't got what you got to do is get out of your pride and you got to lose yourself and give these people what they need to get their vote. You're doing it for Latinos. You're doing it for the LGBTQ, but you're not going to do it for your most loyal supporter, the one that votes in numbers in the 90s. You can get all the Latinos in the world. They're not voting for you in the 90s. And then the person who you can really easily scare, racist, white supremacist, Trump, you got to get out and vote for them because we can't have no way. You did that with Doug Jones. And look what he did. You did that with Northam in Virginia. What has he done for black people? Matter of fact, those guys, especially Jones. Is it Jones? Or one of them. Been voting with Trump a whole lot. Black people went in the huge numbers, got that guy over the hump, and he been voting with Trump. So obviously, we're not falling for that mess. That guy's bad. We're good. No, you're not. You're good, all right. You're a good liar. You're a good abuser. And you're a good user. That's why you're always good at being a loser. Because you never work for your vote. You assume everybody, like, come on, man, if you're not voting for anybody who don't vote for me ain't black. Well, then you don't need to vote for you, because guess what? You ain't black. You need to stop running your mouth on race. You don't know black people. And just because you had a half black man for president don't mean you know black people. He doesn't represent, Obama didn't represent black people. He probably thought he did, but what he should have been doing is really, really, really going out there representing black people instead of thinking he's the representative of black people. He was not the representative of black people. People was looking for somebody to represent them, and he dropped the ball. Joe right now, pick a woman of color. It could be Hillary Clinton. She's a white woman. Could be that Asian lady. I can't think of her name right now. He'll probably pick her up. More than likely it's Susan Rice. Not going to pick it Kamala Harris because that's a death blow. Trump will kill you over that. 2 prosecutors, 2 people who perfected the author of the crime bill and his best disciple. I put your mama in jail if y'all drop out of school. Her? Man, get out of here. He will not pick his person because he want to raise some money off of you. And if you haven't seen the ad and you haven't gotten the letters, it will say you will be the first person to know when I pick my person if you give such. So he's trying to pimp y'all. Squeeze, y'all. Squeeze the nips to get the milk out. That's what he's doing. Joe Biden see you as a big old titty. There you can squeeze a vote out and some money out. I mean, big old swollen when, when you with child. Big old swollen when it gets so swollen, you got to take a shirt off and let them breathe. That's how Joe Biden look at y'all. 2 big swole titties with nipples. Swollen nipples, ready for some milk to come out of it. And he's trying to squeeze that milk out of that titty. He's sucking on it. Trying to suck out a vote or trying to suck out some dollars. And Donald Trump doing the same thing. Think about Trump. Trump ain't got a beg. Those people are with Trump. And you know, I never tell y'all how to vote. I talk about your candidates like they should be talked about, both left and right. I am really true and balanced. Don't like none of them. None of them done nothing for me. None of them done nothing for my people. You can holler that Trump and unemployment. Bull crap. Bull crap. Life is bigger than unemployment. Bull crap. We need more than jobs. I hear people's philosophies on voting. Which one would you rather do? See, the way I look at voting is this way. Which one would you rather fight? Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Man, they've been pulling that bull crap on us before you were even born, dog. Before you even born. Which one would you rather fight? George Wallace or... Man, get out of here with that stuff. Well, I'd rather have this person because that person's horrible. I have this person, get this person in office 4 years, 8 years, still don't do nothing for you. Which one you rather have? Which one you rather fight? John McCain or Barack Obama? I ain't trying to fight nobody. We've been fighting all our lives, man. It's time to nip some stuff in the... It's time to knock some people out. You want to fight. Y'all want to fight each other. I'm standing on the outside looking at both of y'all trying to figure out which one I can hit in the chin first because both of y'all going down. I'm fighting both of y'all. Well, wouldn't it be better just to fight one? No. Both of y'all ain't doing nothing. Both of y'all are attacking us. Both of y'all are hurting us. I'm coming after both of y'all. Democrats ain't doing nothing for black people. Heck, they're barely doing something for all people, but they'll do something for all people before they do something for black people, and that's Democrats and Republicans. So no, I'm not trying to figure out which one I would rather fight. I'm trying to knock both of you out. Well, you can't do that. Yes, I can. That's why I'm on the outside. The way I see things is which one you want to fight. Well, the way Bob TV see things is the way I see it. The way I see it is this: your vote is your ultimate support for a person. You can say you don't like them, you don't trust them, you know they ain't gonna do nothing for them. That's like saying I don't like him, hey, I don't trust him, but I'm gonna marry him anyway. You're a fool. Your vote is your wedding ring to that candidate. That's the best thing you can get. That's basically saying I'm committing to you. Well, I'm going to fight him. I'm not going to give him 100% everything. I'm not going to fight him. You sound like that woman who said that she wasn't going to marry. You married the dude knowing that he was beating and abusing you. You left the other dude who's worse, but he was a little better, but he's still beating and abusing. You going to marry him? The way I see things. The way I see things is Joe Biden has more of a chance of being a anti-fascist than Trump. Trump ain't got the brains to be a fascist. You don't even know where to start. One of the things you got to do to rally a country around your cause is you got to be a uniter, and Trump is not a uniter. He can't unite for a lick of beans. A fascist is a uniter. He'll find some way to unite around his evil cause. Fascists usually have corporations running behind them, waving the dollar. Here's the deal. Here's the way I see things. Here's the way I think about things. Here's the way I see it. Trump, a wannabe fascist, ain't got the juice to be one. All he could do is, he made too many mistakes. He's dumb as a sock on a lot of issues. He's smart on some. He's dumb as a sock. Like I say, he's that person where he's dumb here, but he's smart there. I'm not saying he's dumb 100%. Trump got y'all fooled. Y'all think he's an idiot and dumb. No, there's a difference between an idiot and an a-hole. He's actually dumb here, but he played dumb over here, but he's smart over here. I'm dumb here. I don't know this area. That's why I flop. But I'm playing dumb here. I really know this area, but I'm going to let y'all know it because I need to feed y'all into my mess so I can destroy you and put a whipping on you in this area. Or it's just I'm really good at this area. Those are three phases of Trump. Here's one thing Trump can't do. Republicans don't like Trump. They're only riding off Trump popularity. Once Trump loses popularity, they're going to get off the bandwagon. Trump is the latest hot thing to come to school. Oh, she's cute. She wear a tight skirt. Oh, boy, she's popping out. Pow! Pow! She's cute. Got them green eyes, long hair. At least it look long. It's a lace front wig. Is that a lace front wig? No. Oh, snap. That's real. Oh, no. What? Look. Man. Yo, that thing jiggling. That ain't no fake booty. Fake booty don't jiggle. That's the real deal. Jam don't shake like that, so it's got to be jelly. That's Trump. That's how Trump was the first 2 years. Now with this COVID thing, popularity dropping down, it can come back up because Joe Biden going to come out there and say something dumb, piss on black people with his words, and then everybody come out trying to say what he was trying to say. No, I don't go with what he was trying to say. I go what he actually said. He should have said that. Out of abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. That's Bible principle. The reason you talk like that about black people is because you're like that about black people. You think you know more than black people. You think you know black people, and you don't know black people. Just because you're with a half black, half white man who happened to not be African American. He was he's American with African descent. He never grew up in the true black experience. Grew up with his white grandparents, grew up with his white mother, didn't know his father from Africa, from Kenya. Never knew that. His roots is back in Kenya. So here we go. We got Joe Biden who act like he know black people, and if it wasn't for Clyburn, he wouldn't have no black support. But his support on blacks is starting to dwindle. Here's this man. He has more power he had more power as a senator than Trump ever had as president. He got more work done, passed more laws than Trump did as a legislator. More horrible, brutal, dictatorial laws. More fascist laws than Trump did as president. Don't mean Trump can't learn from Joe and become just as good or even better at being a fascist. But Joe Biden has done more fascist stuff than Trump. More fascist stuff than Trump. Joe Biden know how to rally the left and right behind him, because Joe Biden is nothing but a Democratic Republican. And the Republicans like Joe and the Democrats like Joe. They talk that crap right now because they trying to please Trump. But as long as Trump popularity go down, most of those Trumpicans going to start turning. Trump needs that loyalty. He thrives off loyalty. And if you're not loyalty to him, he's done with you. Joe Biden can get the Republicans on his side and the Democrats on the side. And he's the only one out of the two that can really bring them together. Trump can only bring together the Democrats when it comes to money, wealth, taxes, military spending. That's it. That's the only thing. Joe Biden can get them to do just about anything he wants to. If he did it as a legislator, what make you think he won't do it now? If he did horrible things to black people as a legislator, what make you think, well, he's changed. He lost his son. He had Barack Obama to teach him and school him. How do you know that? Well, I see it in his eyes. Man, if you don't get out of here what I see in his eyes, remind me of Martin Lawrence on Bad Boys 3. I'm going to win him with my compassion on my heart. Man, you see it. He's trying to give you hints with all these gaffes that he ain't going to be nice to you. So no, I'm not trying to figure out which one I would rather fight. I'm not trying to fight none of them. And if they come in my face with some bull, I'm knocking both of them out. I'm not picking and choosing. Well, which one would you hit? No, it may be which one I will hit first, but I'm definitely going to hit the second one. Well, that's what I mean. Which one would you rather knock out first? You know, knock out Trump, then you can knock out Joe Biden. No, I'm trying to knock you both out. I'm not trying to give you guys the advantage to do anything to me. I'm coming after you both. I'm going to swing to the left, knock you in the head, then I see you, I'm going to swing to the right and knock you in the head. That's how it goes. Stokely Carmichael said, a moral man don't choose the lesser of two evils. He don't choose evil at all. So no, I'm not part of the John Lewis who would have picked the lesser of two evil. No, Stokely Carmichael said, a moral man don't choose evil. Period. Well, the way I see things. Well, that's the way you see things. I'm not a white man in Canada. I'm not a white man in America. I'm a black man in America. And if I was a black man in Canada, they still experience some racism too. They still experience some bigotry too. And look, Canadian government probably was a little bit better than American government, but Canadian got some black slave blood on their hands too. But I can't worry about Canada because that's not where my lineage came from. My lineage came from here. So here's the bottom line. Well, a vote for Joe Biden. If you don't vote, then you helping Joe Biden. Well, I got people on the other side saying me not voting, I'm helping Trump. Fool, you can't use that stuff on me. That's a psychological voting lie that y'all fell for. You fell for the lesser of two evil. Now you're falling for a vote for Joe is a vote for a no vote for Joe is a yes vote for Trump. No, it's not. Where's your brain? You don't understand the science of voting? In order to vote, you have to get numbers. You can't count votes if you don't have any numbers. So it's your job to go out there and do whatever you can to get that number in that pot. It's not your job to assume, well, they hate this guy so bad that they're going to be too scared. They're going to be so scared of this guy. My job is to get them so fearful of this guy, they're going to come and vote for me anyway. I ain't got to do nothing. He done messed up on this so bad, I ain't got to do nothing. They're going to vote for me anyway. You sound like Hillary Clinton. Remember when you said, Joe Biden, I know you have floor fights and tension, but at the end of the day, they're all going to vote. Where do you guys get this dumb crap from? They all going to vote. Where do you get this foolishness from? You guys been having your head up your behind in Washington, D.C. that you ain't came out to smell some fresh air, or you been smelling this poop? Who comes up with this philosophy? They all gonna vote. They all gonna fall in line. Fall in line? What the? Are we in school? So you're my teacher, and you tell me to fall in line, and I gotta fall in line, or we ain't going to the lunchroom. And you don't get out of here. See, these are dumb voting psychological tricks they play on you, and you gotta recognize this. Well, which one would you rather fight? Well, you got to pick the lesser two evil. Well, a no vote for Trump is a yes vote for Biden. Votes have to be tallied. And if you ain't got enough votes, you got to look at yourself, not the person who didn't vote for you. Because you had every opportunity to go earn and secure that vote. That's your only job, is to earn and secure, not to assume that they're going to vote for you. This ain't default voting. Saying earn and secure is the name of the game, baby. It's the name of the game. And now we got Joe Biden, who don't know who he's gonna pimp you for money before he lets you know who his VP is. Well, it doesn't matter. All of them horrible. It doesn't matter if he pick a woman of color. Hate that word color. White is a color. That's why when you come out with a black agenda, you can't say people of color in your black agenda. You got to keep it black if it's a black agenda. The moment you mention people of color, you just turned it into a colored agenda, not a black agenda. Black people, you don't ever consider yourself a minority, and you do not participate in the color. Call it as it is. Black. People of color mean I'm going to do something for blacks, whites, Asian. I don't care if they just came to this country. Hold up. I've been here. My ancestors have been here 400 years. You never paid us. You never paid them the debt that you owe. And it done affected this generation to this very day. And you're going to take care of them before you get this fixed. Are you crazy? Bro, you got to fix this first before you even think about that, man. And then you want me to come vote for you and you're blowing this off? Well, we got to take care of this over here first. Then we'll get to this. The Dr. King warned us about people like that, white liberals who want you to push off what you need done for the sake of everybody else. And then you got the people over here. Well, this ain't about white or black. This is about working people. Bruh, you got working people. Working people that can get more access to certain things than black people. Don't get me wrong. Working class, there's a class problem. And the class problem needs to be dealt with. But not over the black issues that need to be dealt with. I'm a strong believer. You can never get everything done for all people, whether it's working class to poor class. You cannot get that done until you take care of this right here. You delayed this, which makes it ineffective for you to do anything over here. Why should black people sit there and let you take care of everybody else and you haven't took care of them first? Well, that sounds so. It's not selfish. They owe a debt. And the shame on them to be spending all this money taking care of everybody else. Half of the people who just came to this country 2-3 years ago, you're going to put all your money and investment in them, but you haven't even paid your debt over here? What kind of person are you? And for you guys to sit there and let that happen, you going to trust somebody to do for you and they wouldn't even do for the people who helped build this country? So the way I see it, And the way I'm always going to see it, you can get the Queen of Sheba as your vice president, and she is beautiful. Sexy all to be damned. But if you ain't got no black agenda, if you have not voiced your support and preached the gospel of B1, getting black people up to the point where they got their full equal rights, doing whatever you can by any means necessary because you got the money, because you put it out your behind during this COVID crisis, doing whatever you can to take care of that first. I mean, I got a problem with Cori Bush. First thing she come is, I want to get UBI for everybody. Sister, you can't be joining that. Not right now. Sister, you're a black sister, right? How you going to push for something for everybody else when this country has not made what's wrong right first? You need to be talking about that. Then talk about that once that is accomplished. You got people who just came here 2 years ago asking. Like I said, you people who came to this country 2 years ago, you guys got to say, yeah, that's not fair to them. What I look like? What I look like? I would feel like crap knowing that I got all these benefits. And yeah, they got the same benefits I got. Knowing what they did to help me get to this country. No, I'll be like, yo, pay them what they owe first, then come take care of me. Remind me of what my pastor say. Look, bruh, don't you be buying all this stuff for other people and you haven't done nothing for the God who blessed you. You got to agree to pastor. No, my pastor's basically saying, look here, there's a blessing in you giving. But if you know this place, this house of God serve people, you got to take what you got and invest it back into the place to serve you so it can serve somebody else. See, I got no problems paying my tithes and offering because my church do great things for the community and I know what they do with the money. So if God bless me with money, I'm going to take a portion of that money and bless it back to the church because that my church helped the community. So the nerves of people to think that, hey, forget y'all and y'all agenda. Let's go the Cori Bush way. Let's get the $2,000 UBI, bruh. Well, what we had to do, we shouldn't be getting $2,000 UBI. Give us our reparation. Give us what you owe the American descendants of slaves, the foundational blacks in this country. Give us what we owe, and then after that, we will work on that UBI. But B1 first. This is my goal. So the way I see it, if you ain't supporting that, I'm not supporting you. I don't care if you're a bigot, racist, lying, pathological liar. If you're going to push this because I care about this thing happening, just like you care about healthcare, just like you care about environmental, the Green New Deal, I care about black, native blacks getting what they are owed, their forefathers' inheritance. Once they get that inheritance, and you don't determine how we get it and what it is, we determine that. And we strictly gonna stick with economically cash. And you don't like it, that's your problem. Oh, that's gonna ruffle a feather. That's what it's meant to do. Oh, it's gonna throw off the election. So be it. I'd rather die achieving the impossible than living the mediocre. If you want to be a mediocre person, fine. You go fight the lesser of two evil. You go try to figure out who you'd rather fight. You go ahead and participate in this philosophy of vote for this, a no vote for this person is a no vote for that person, is a yes vote for that person. I'm saying, man, y'all go to HE double hockey sticks with your philosophy. Take it and wipe your behind with it and stick it up your behind because it's not going to work here. I demand that wrong to be made right. You got the money. Take care of that. Then we can work on everybody else. I want to thank everybody for watching the Bobby Brown Show, and that's my final thought. And I know some of you might not understand, but stay on this channel, and you'll begin to understand. I love everybody. I love everybody, but there's certain needs that my community must have or we will fade out. This country is letting everybody drown us out. That's not cool. A lot of reason the Democratic Party is doing whatever they can for Latinos and LGBT because they need that. They need the extra voice because they fear our voice. They fear our voice. Our voice being raised is a level of controlling them. Republicans fear our voice too because our voice being raised is a level of trust for the Democrats. Is what's getting Democrats over. So they got to try to find some way to get that voice to come on their side. Our power and our voice outside a party is the biggest thing we can ever do because we begin to control both parties. See, that's why the Democrats is trying to replace the black votes with Latino votes, with LGBTQ votes, and votes from people from Ethiopia. Anyway, they trying to bring everybody from all over the world into this country to drown our voice out because our voice have significant power. We have significant buying power. We have a significant power getting out to vote. And without us, they are going to fail over and over and over again to the Republicans. And the Republicans think they could sit back and just watch it. No. Black people need to be doing the same thing on that side because it's a black thing. You don't sit there and kiss the Republicans behind because that's my party. I'm loyal to my party. Are you loyal to your people or are you loyal to your party? Well, my party got all people in it. Are you loyal to your people first or are you loyal to your party? See, here's my thing. Just because you're loyal to your people, I don't care if you're white and you're loyal to your white people. That doesn't mean you white, that you're racist. That means you care about your community. You still can love people. You just put your people. You want to make sure your community have their needs met. And believe me, y'all had y'all needs met more than one way. A lot of times our forefathers squander our fortune and then we're luck in a position where we don't have an inheritance. Well, that's how we are. We built this country. We helped these people make all this money, and we never got a piece of the inheritance. And even when we were free, we were told that the government is going to pay us our just due rewards, and they have yet to do it. And because of that, we are suffering financially because we didn't have that inheritance that we can pass down through generations like white people have had that passed down through the generation. Now, again, a lot of white people, their parents squandered the money and it put them in the position where they're in right now, where it's not working out fair for them. But that's because of what their father did with their inheritance. Drank it, whore it, gambled it, you name it. I'm done. My final thought is this. While you have the ability while you have the luxury and ability because of your color, and even more than that, because of where you may live, whether it's Beverly Hills or Canada, across the border, or Europe, you have the luxury to say, who would I rather fight? Because honestly speaking, you're not fighting. You're not a citizen. If you're parked in Jamaica, if you're parked in the Bahamas, if you're parked in Dublin, Ireland, you're parked in Europe, you're parked in Canada, you're not fighting Joe Biden or Trump. We are. And whether you get Joe or Trump, when it comes to my people, it's a whole different fight. We got two enemies. Not one. And you ain't going to tell us we have to pick one of the two enemies. No, we're coming after both of them. And when I say enemy, I'm talking about enemy to our survival force financially. This country owes us and it's time to pay. And if either one of them are not willing to pay, then you both have decided to dump on us and you could care less. So why are we voting for either one of you? Well, which one would you rather fight? You can fight Joe Biden about that issue. The time of fighting is over with. Either you're going to pay up or shut up. Either you're going to pay up or we're going to shut you up. And how do we shut you up? Our buying power, our political power, we're going to take all that away from you. We understand you're trying to replace it. But as of right now, you ain't going to never get nobody at this moment. Don't nobody get out and vote for you in the high 90%, men and women. You played and sucked off that nipple for too long. Ain't no more milk in that titty when it comes to black people. No more milk in that titty. And some of us are breast men. We love us some breasts. We love us some breasts. Oh, yeah, we love some breasts. But to be sucking on something ain't nothing coming out. That's just about what's going to happen in this election and the election to come. You're going to go to the titty to suck on it, and ain't nothing going to come out, you little baby.